Alright, hello and welcome to part 6 of my Minecraft Caventure. Um, right off the bat, I just wanted to say, if you guys enjoy these videos, specifically like the Caventure videos and everything, excuse me, go ahead and subscribe right now, just because I'm trying to hit that 20 subscriber mark by the end of the month. Going for anybody who's watching my videos right now, it would be greatly appreciated if you could just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tune in to my videos whenever I upload. I mean, you don't have to watch all of them, but just watching some of them would be nice. Hell, you don't have to even watch the whole video. But anyways, after that shameless promotion, yeah, first thing I wanted to get into today was I did look up the patch notes, and I did not find anything on monster spawning being more frequent or anything in caves, and I also didn't see anything about their AI being more aggressive, so maybe that happened in another update. I don't know. I just figured, like, if they were going to, if they were going to spawn more frequently in caves, this would be the update to do it. But maybe this just already been done and they're just adding on top of that. I don't know. I really don't. I know I was correct with the biomes inside of caves. That is pretty much what they're doing. There's a lot more added in that I really didn't know they added in also. So that'll be fun. I'll even go and look for some of the things. I mean, I should come across them eventually, realistically, since I'm still in the cave. Yeah, this whole episode is a story about a boy who finds 2 diamonds and his incredible journey on trying to get the fuck home. Brought to you by me, and my story about the patch notes. I mean, there are quite a few things that are in the game that I'm kind of amazed at now. Like, specifically, what do they call this? Ixoli? Or, I don't know. I'll look up the actual pronunciation after this and I'll feel like an idiot because I'm probably nowhere near it. But, the lizard animal that they added in to the game, I'm not sure how you tame it exactly, but, I know if you're protecting it, though, it will, once the enemy's defeated, it'll give you regeneration and shit. And, like, you can carry it around in a water bucket and everything. It gets hurt if it's on land for too long. I was thinking of starting an aquarium with a bunch of them after a while. I'm sure someone's already done that, but I just think it'd be really cool. Have them in an aquarium, scoop them up when I want them, and then put them back when I don't. Anyways, though, speaking of pets, moving on, from this day forward, I'm going to come into these with a specific topic, and today's topic is actually my cats and my pets specifically. I have 2 cats. One's named Jasper and one's named Delilah. Jasper is a big boy. I mean, huge. I can't believe a cat can actually get this big. Like, I don't think he's going to stop growing. He's not even a year old yet, and he's the size of a small dog. Bigger than most chihuahuas. I can't believe it. I honestly have never met a cat that is this big. But then he is also the biggest bitch. Scared of literally everything. In the cat world, he is alpha. Like, this boy could do anything he wants. Beat up anyone he wants. Fuck up anything he wants. But he's just so terrified. Terrified of the world. He just wants to do nothing but hide under the bed or any... Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Or any, dark surface for that matter. Honestly. Uh, yeah, I call him my little edge warlord. I think, yeah, Prince of Darkness is the actual moniker that I put on him. He is a handful. He's honestly a good cat for the most part. He's got a small problem with hissing, but other than that, he's getting there. Only a year old, so I mean, he's a kitten. Oh, well, he's not a year old yet. He'll be a year old in October. But him and his sister, which we both got them at the same time, we got them on Halloween from a friend. Well, it's my best friend's girlfriend who ended up giving them to us. Or fiance, I guess I should say now. But excuse me again. Um, yeah. So one night I was sitting there with my girlfriend, and we were drinking with one of my other friends, and I turn over, we're all having a good time. I look at her and she just screams at me, "We're getting cats, and there's nothing you can say about it." And then storms out the door, and I was like, okay. And then the next day, she ended up bringing over the two cats. And while I just described Jasper, Delilah, on the other hand, she is probably the runt of the litter. Has to be. She's so tiny. She still looks like a kitten, even though like at this point, most cats get fully grown by the end of a year and a half. It has almost been a year, and now, like I said, Jasper is a beefy boy, but Delilah, she's so tiny. Like I said, she still looks like a kitten. I'm pretty sure I could fit her in the palm of my hand exactly. She's tiny. She is a bitch. She does not like being picked up or held. She loves me personally, specifically. Like, I'm about the only person that is actually allowed to pick her up and do just about whatever I want with her. Um, yeah, other than that, she's pretty dumb. She, doesn't know how to lay down right. One time I was laying on the couch and she was coming to come up and lay on me because she wanted some attention and everything. And she prances her way up there. She's all confident. You can see it in her eyes. She's like, I got this. I'm going to go. I'm going to spend time with daddy. This is it. And she gets there. And she gets there. She gets right up to me. And she goes to lay down. But instead of laying down onto the couch, she laid down off of the couch and fell completely off. Did not even touch the couch, honestly, on her way trying to lay down to come lay with me. Yeah, she does. I always tell her all the time, I'm like, you just don't know how to lay down. It's okay. Some cats weren't born to lay down. You were one of them. Like, I swear to God, if I took this cat to the Grand Canyon and I put her down and I let her do whatever she wanted, she would walk right up to the edge and do exactly what she did onto that couch. Instead of laying down on the ground, she'd go right over the edge. She never even touched the dirt that was there waiting for her. Yeah, let me try to. They're both terrible, terrible cats. I gotta say, they are. Well, I say terrible. I love them both. That's not what I mean when I say terrible. But, like, they just get into trouble a lot. They break things. I think what was it? One day I went and they're curious. Both of them are very curious animals. And Delilah specifically, she always wants to jump up and look at things and look out the window and everything. She loves looking outside. I don't let them outside. Personally, right now, specifically Delilah, just because she's so small, I don't know uh, if she would be okay or not if I just let her out there. But, what was I going to say? Sorry, I was on a roll and then I drew a blank. Oh yeah, but anyways, yeah, she would get up on areas just to look out the window. Well, it just so happens that my PS4 is specifically set up on the table next to the TV, and right next to the TV is the window, so she's able to look out the TV from sitting on the PlayStation. Well, obviously, I mean, look out the TV. She's able to look out the window while sitting on the PlayStation. And I constantly tell her no because I don't want her to knock it down. I don't want her to sit on it because I know it gets hot. and everything in between. She's got other places. Hell, half the time I leave the window open so that way she can climb up and look out and climb down as much as she wants. Well, I guess one day I went and I was cleaning the house and she decided she wanted to get on top of the PlayStation. And all of a sudden I hear crash, boom, crash, crash. And guess what's on the floor? Delilah and my PlayStation. She fell in such a way that thank God I was home, honestly, because she could have gotten hurt otherwise. But she was stuck under the PS4. Like I don't know how she pulled it off, but somehow it landed on her. They say cats are graceful, but she's definitely not one of them. Um, Jasper specifically, also like I said, he's a little bit of a bitch, and he's also a lot of bit of a mommy's boy. He loves my girlfriend to no end, and he's just always going to her. He hates me, honestly, for the most part. Like I said, he's got a hissing problem specifically at me. Um, he is a good cat, though. Other than that, like, he's just all around a good boy. He had a problem for the longest time, especially when he was younger and more into the kitten stage. We had this cabinet in our house where the backside had a little cubby hole. And honestly, I would have been fine with them having a cubby hole. I know cats like to hide in dark places. But this one, specifically, where we were living at the time, the uh, we were renting from her aunt, and while we were renting from her, she still had some of her stuff there. So she had these boards that were piled up behind it. Well, all these boards had nails and stuff sticking out, and I didn't want them getting back behind there and getting hurt. Plus, a couple of times already they had gotten back there and gotten stuck, and I had to remove all the boards and move the cupboard just to make sure that they got out safely. And I think I had done this 2 times before finally got fed up with it. So I went and I moved all the boards into another room, and I pushed the hidey hole back so that way neither of them could get back there or anything, so neither of them could get hurt or stuck. Well, Jasper walks up, and I forgot to mention at the beginning of this was Jasper's spot. It was specifically Jasper's. Delilah went back there sometimes and everything too, but Jasper was the one that like loved it. That was his area and everything. He come out there after I did it though. He looked and saw that he didn't have his little hidey hole or anything anymore, and he literally screamed, "Meow!" Like he cried. I had never actually seen a cat cry, but he actually cried. He was so upset and heartbroken, and it actually made me feel bad, but I just wanted him to be safe. I didn't want him to get hurt or anything back behind there. But yeah, they're both very much full of personality, and you would think that those two would be enough for us. Right. Right. You wouldn't think we'd go and get a third cat. Especially since they're so young and territorial. Hell, I'm pretty sure both of them, since we raised them during the pandemic, have social anxiety. They literally can't go all day without us. Well, we didn't get another cat, but my roommate did. Our roommate. Our roommate went and got another cat, and his name is Chip. Well, Chip is. I want to call him a shonen protagonist, specifically, because he wants to fight. Okay, he's Goku specifically. Because he just wants to fight everything. It's not even a personal challenge. Like, he's not trying to attack you or hurt you or anything. He just wants to be the very best. Like no one ever was. He wants to fight strong opponents, and he wants to prove that he is stronger than you. And he's been this way since day one. Well, Jasper and Delilah also are pretty calm cats. Like, Delilah would play around sometimes, but now she's mostly gotten out of it since she's gotten a little bit older. Um, so like the most she would ever do is the zoomies. She wouldn't like try to play fight or anything. But Chip loves it. And now I got two cats that are extremely territorial, a new cat that wants to do nothing but fuck with them. And now my house is full of nothing but and I've got to do something about it. And for the most part, I was good at keeping them separate and trying to keep them introduced to each other and everything like that. But it was just really difficult, especially since Chip was an asshole. And it gets even funnier because, like I said, Jasper's a bitch, and Chip wants to do nothing but fight everyone. Well, Chip sees that Jasper's obviously the biggest, other than me in the house, male-wise, so he wants to fight him. And Jasper wants nothing to do with Chip. Honestly, he was terrified of him. He would literally whimper whenever Chip got around him. And Chip would. It's so funny. Because Chip was a kitten. He's tiny. He was the size of my hand. And then Jasper's like the size of my shoulder length. And like just big. He's like the size of a small dog, like I said. And all I see is Jasper running around the house, running for dear life. Like he's getting chased by 10 dudes that he owes money to. And then here's Chip, this little fucking fluff ball, following him, wanting to beat him up, just to prove that he's the best. I apologize again. I don't know why it was happening so bad, but it just kept chugging for whatever reason, especially every time I died. I did want to just tune back in and say that. Like I said, get prepared to see me die a lot this episode, because that cave was ruthless. Just ruthless. But yeah, let me try to think of some other funny things that they did. They're little balls of joy. They always do some shit that's funny. I know one time it was when Delilah was a lot younger, when she still had that rambunctious spark in her. My girlfriend was laying down on the couch minding her own business, and I saw it happen, but she didn't, obviously, because Delilah come up on the couch, looked down, started wiggling her butt, and I could tell she was going to do something, and I was about to tell her not to do what she was about to do, but it was too late. The gears were turning, and everything was already set in motion. She jumped up, pounced from one end of the couch to the other, to smack my girlfriend in the face and run away. Just out of spite. Like, no reason. Just to be a fucking cunt. Um, but yeah, Chip would chase them around the house. They didn't like Chip. Eventually, they started to get used to Chip. But then recently, we had to move into some apartments. And we had to separate Chip away from the two of them for a while, because our roommate had to move in somewhere else for a little bit before she could move in. And just now, recently, we're reintroducing them after I think it's been like a month or so. And it is not going well. I think it's night 3. I still haven't gotten any sleep. Because anytime I start to go to sleep, I hear, shh, and they start beating each other up. I gotta keep them separated. But it's hard at the moment, because there's not that much space, and I don't keep them caged up, really. I don't like to, anyways. Sometimes I do have to end up putting Chip in a cage just to keep him away from Jasper and Delilah. So that way Jasper and Delilah don't hurt him and aren't being mean to him. But then at the same time, sometimes they're justified in being mean to him and hurting him, because he's just a little asshole. Like I said, he'd run up and try to fight them, non-stop. Like, just being a dick. I mean, I know he's a kitten, he just wants to play. But they don't understand that, because they're just kittens also, and they don't want to play. Like, at all, especially with him. And he's just so upset about it, because especially Delilah was his little buddy, and now she hates him. hates him with a capital H. Like, I don't know how to describe it. She just does not like him. I might have to cut here in a second. I'm not 100% sure. I think I got back in time after recording. The rest of this might just be um the pause screen. Anyways, though, I'll actually take this time to tell you guys, if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. This will probably be the end of this video. Not probably, it is. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about my cats. The next video is going to be, the next Caventures specifically is going to be about my job and everything that I've been doing. That isn't this, obviously. Um, yeah, if you guys got any topics you want me to cover also, leave it down in the comments. I'd be more than willing to expand and let you guys know more about my life and everything. And if you want pictures of the cats or anything, I might put them up in the end card of another video. Specifically, if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, probably are. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And peace, people.